Okay, g'day. Sorry for that, everyone. Hope we're doing all good today. I'm your host today, Mitch. You can call me Taz, and welcome to today's stream. Today we'll be flying the beautiful A321, and we'll be doing a few routes today, including a flight down to Melbourne and then up to Sydney, and if we're sane enough, maybe up to Brisbane, but we might do Northern Queensland another time. Let me just turn my volume down just a little bit. There we go. That should be a little better now. But, oh my gosh, look at this gorgeous aircraft today. So, currently we're loading up right here in the beautiful Adelaidean sun. And if we get into the cockpit, here we go. Batteries on. And the power comes on. And listen to her. I love when you can hear all this, if my brain would work, I love when you can hear all the fans come on. There we go. Awesome. Wait for all these screens to come on. And don't worry, we've got all the wing views. Obviously being a freighter, it's a bit more difficult to get the views, simply because of this extra skin that the aircrafts have on them, due to the mod. Okie doke. Now that our screens have all aligned, let's get crew supply on. Emergency lights coming on. Nav and logo lights coming on. And let's start aligning our ADIRs. IR1, wait for the battery light to suppress. IR2. And IR3. Perfect. Will take about 7 minutes to get aligned, but she will be right. Let's come over down to our FMS today. Our first flight is Adelaide to Melbourne. So we'll go to our inets page. Sorry for that, everyone. So let's get this all chucked in today. So we're going to be going YPAD to Yankee Mike Lima. Get that chucked in. Yep, that would be our flight plan, which is ADMEL01. Our call sign today will be Qantas 13. So let's get this QFA 13. Cost index today will be 5, if I remember perfectly well. It will be 5, yes. And a cruise altitude will be 370. Perfect. And we'll align IRS. Coming over to ZFW, we won't put that in right now because we need to get our loading sorted. So coming over to IRC screen, loading, and let's get our weights in. So today we are going to be, we have to use passengers sadly for our weights, so it will be 166, 166. And our cargo today will be 4.1 tons. So let's get this There we go, 4.1 tons, and our CG is 26.4. On top of that, today we will be using a fuel of 8.15 tons, so about closest we can get though, sadly, is 8,200. No problems, and we'll refuel and apply the weight. Won't be using toga, and as you can see, select departure runway first. That won't go in right now because we have to align the RSs first. Going over here, I like a bit of reflection. Obviously you can turn these off, but I feel they look a bit too dead. Auto nav and GA, these are our settings today, so not too bad. Let's go to our startup simulations, and that is looking all good. And sadly for all of you guys, I'm going to have to do something that might look absolutely disturbing to most of you. G'day. Okie doke, so we'll reset to current. That'll give us an estimated ZFW of 68.5 tons, and if I look at our estimated ZFW, 66452, so we are 2 tons over. 684, so what we're going to do, move this slightly down. And let's see, 66452, and we're 66580. There we go. I'll take that. Therefore, our ZFW is looking all good. Ground services, external power chocks, yep, and the packs, well, the door is open at the start. Need to get the A321 Neo system. We will get that eventually because I want to do OGA flights. We'll compute our takeoff performance, and now we're going to come over to our machine here. Now that we're loaded, reset to current, and ZFW is 66480, so 66.5, and our fuel is 8.2 tons. Perfect. Fuel time, final time, trip time, yes, perfect. That looks all good today. We'll go to our flight plan now. I'll go to Adelaide, departure, and I'm guessing today will be a departure runway 23, as it is. Perfect. 23, and I'm going to use our charts app today by Navigraph, simply so I can plan a bit of a better departure instead of just going direct. Yeah, the Bindo 3 will be perfect for us today. Bindo 3. There we go. So that gets us on Colpy. Yep. Go us, yeah. Awesome, that gets us over the water. And it'll just perfectly avoid. We'll remove RivGo because we don't need that. Copy A, Clary, RivGo, clear. Clear this as well. And we'll insert. Perfect. Flight plan is all set today now. RS has got 3 minutes left. That's no problems. Let's get our cabin lighting. I don't know, there's something that does annoy me. Is the cabin lighting is always on for this aircraft. Much higher than what it needs to be. Get our fuel pumps on, because if you forget these, they tend to bite you in the rear end on startup. Beacon light's not coming on, yes, but our master switch for the APU can come on. And Zulu time is correct right now. Not to current time. I've moved this flight to the morning a bit more, just so it's a bit nicer for all of us. Because currently, right now in Australia, it is pitch black. Go to YPAD, and while we're doing this, 122.8, which is in the box. Perfect. 1031 QNH. Visibility is great. Temperature is a bit low. It is under 10 degrees, but there's low moisture in the air, so don't really need to care for it. No anti-ice is required at the moment. 2105 knots. Okay, perfect. Make those screens a little bit brighter. And lock that door, because we don't need it open so far. Okie doke. Constraint modes will come on as well. That would just make our life a bit easier, simply so the aircraft knows what to do. RS aligning in 1 minute. Start up our APU, and because of that, beacon lights can come on. If we go to our plugins, we'll go to Fly with Lure, Macros, Simple Ground Services, and we're going to remove everything. So the loader should be removed, and because the beacon's on, the door is closed. Perfect. Map not available, that's expected, but here you go. Now it aligns. APU is starting, beacon light is on, we're all good to go, and all the fuel pumps are, most importantly, all the fuel pumps are on. So external power and APU is coming up. EGT did not go into the red, and it is at 100%, so it is providing power to us now. And we're going to go APU bleed, which will then supply the packs. Checking Vatsim radar today. No traffic at Adelaide, but can we expect a centre or a tower when flying down to Adelaide? Oh, Melbourne. We cannot right now. That's a shame, but oh well. This is something that happens. And it is late in Australia. I mean, it's 10:13 in the evening. So I should have probably done a more American flight. Initial 5,000, that's no problems. Perfect. And we're going to go to our perf page. Flaps 1 departure. What is our flex temp today? 63. And we'll get our takeoff data. We'll request it. And after requesting it, we'll get the uplink right now. 145 is our rotation speed, 150 is our V2 speed. APU is on, and what we're going to do, external power is coming off, and we're going to remove all of our chocks and external ground services. So chocks coming off, and the external power. Park and brake is set, so we are all good there. Switch ignition to start, if I could speak English, and we'll get the second engine on. IAEs. Probably, I don't know, what do you guys prefer? Do you prefer the IAEs or the CFMs? Because the IAEs sound great, but the CFMs also sound great. And also with that COSP sound pack, I mean, you can't really beat it, can you? All you gotta do, just move the sound so they aren't so bloody quiet. Good start on engine 1 or 2, and engine 1 coming on right now. Engine 1 starting, it's looking all good so far. Actually, I don't know why this is the case. Let's turn these down to 0. Okie doke. If I'm sounding a bit quiet today, please tell me. One, two, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, there we go. Okay, good starts on both engines, that is no problems. Flex the temp. Takeoff performance 6.3 today. There we go, runway 23 today. So, let's get our chart up. Airport info. Now, also, I just need to check something. I don't think the game audio is playing. Well, it's not being picked up right now, which is just stupid. Properties. Okie doke, let's see this. Hopefully this is a bit better. There you go, now you've got the audio. And you'll just reduce that desktop audio just a bit for you guys. So sorry for that, but technical issues are always the problem. So we're going to taxi via Alpha all the way to Bravo 1 and then okay, so let's see what we're doing now. Just minorly trying to get the audio good. I don't know why it's so scuffed up at the moment. Okay, so we're going to taxi via Alpha all the way to Bravo 1, and we'll hold short 2, 3. So we're going to come to our transponder. We're going to put 0414. And we'll get our transponder on. Okay, so Adelaide traffic. G'day, this is Qantas 13. We will be taxiing via Alpha from the General Aviation Stand. Taxi via Alpha to Bravo, Bravo 2, holding short runway 23. Okay, doke, there we go. So, bike and brake can come off. And we'll start taxiing over. Those engines just sound so bloody good. Okay, we'll get this takeoff stuff sorted. So, max auto brake, flaps, spoilers can be armed. And cabin will be armed. And the signs will come on as well. Get those landing lights out, but not on right now. And we're not going to do, well actually we'll do takeoff config right now. It's going to come up with engine low temp, which is no problem, that's completely normal. By the end of this taxi it should be perfectly fine. Transition altitude today is 10,000, so we are all good. Predictive wind shear is coming on. And on auto. Cabin is ready. APU can come off, we do not need it. APU bleed does automatically come off. And takeoff is available right now. Awesome. Do wish there was an Adelaide scenery coming out, but it doesn't look like it at the moment. I was looking everywhere for it. As it's an airport I do a lot of flying at. Oh well, can't win everything I guess. .122.8 is active, so that's no problems. Get this link for this on. Probably chuck the sunnies on as well. It is a bit bright. Can't wait for you guys to hear this Cosp sound pack on takeoff. It's going to be amazing. Well, that's awesome. So I'll get that Reddit post out as well, because well, we need to. Cabin's ready, we're ready for takeoff. We're just going to hold short here. Landing lights coming on. Strobes coming on to auto. Nose light coming to taxi. And I mean, the only question we can ask right now, everyone, is which, hey look, Adelaide City decided to pop in. Are we ready? Who's ready to fly today, I mean, how gorgeous is that? Okie doke. Let's get water break coming off. Clubs 1 swerves around. Adelaide traffic. Qantas 13 is taking runway 23. No traffic on final, so we are all good. We are perfectly all set up for takeoff. Turn the nose wheel. Stable. SRS, climb blue. B1. And we'll rotate. Bit windy there. Hell yeah. We are on nav, so that's perfectly fine. I never turn to the ignition back to center. Just maintain this attitude. Come down to thrust climb. Let's lower that nose, get some speed up. While we are heavy, we are also very slow still. Initial altitude to 150. Adelaide traffic. Qantas 13 is passing through 3000. Have to get ready for the turn coming up. Flaps up. What is the sound? Gee whiz, we are heavy today. But yeah, see, flaps go up and the acceleration becomes immense. Maintain that. That's perfectly fine. Above 5,000, so we've met the constraint there. Perfect. And autopilot can come on. Running lights can come off. Nose light coming off. Strobes are on auto, but we'll just put them on. And everything looks perfectly fine so far. 350, so perfect. And then we'll accelerate after 10,000. Now, so not doing too bad. Passing through 10,000. See lights coming off. No lights coming off, and we are perfectly fine. Awesome. Now we'll set this up to our cruise altitude today, which is 370. Now I can actually increase this. Be above 140 by next waypoint. Got 10 miles to go. We should get to it, I believe, but well. If we can't, we can't, but that's not up to us. And also we'll come to standard. Been playing a bit of cricket today, so a bit stiff, but you know, I think we'll survive. Just monitoring Vatsim radar, simply so we have an idea if we've got anyone coming off. Actually got an A320 coming in. He is flying that way. Okay, cool. So we're out of his flight path already. That's good to see. That's very good to see. This Ethan Grock has got 3,900 hours. That is ridiculous. Now, where do we have towered around? Sydney has ground and ATIS. But no one in Australia's got tower. Oh my god. New Zealand actually has tower, that's not bad. G'day. Golden, how's it going? It's all going well for you. I actually need to get that photo. I can't believe I've just done that. Nope, because I'm an idiot. I forgot to do this. Starting our turn now down to Victoria. Where is it? Canva. If anyone wants to know how to make thumbnails, you use Canva. Download this, and now I need to send this to me. Ugh. I've also got to start doing my streams a bit earlier. Because I am a bit tired. Not that much. I had a nap before this, which is a strategic thing to do. Otherwise you'd be stuffed. But Golden, how are we doing? We all good? There we go. That's a bit better. And it'd be great if I put the right tag for the thing. Passing through 21,000 feet. That's the thing with this aircraft is she can be really slow to climb, or like right now, she climbs pretty well, 1,700 feet a minute. Definitely no 757. I mean 757. Sadly, I don't think you can beat it. Okay, Bibby, how is it going? Yeah, that'd be great. I mean, you've got what? Phoenix versus FS Labs right now. And honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of that feud, and the reason I'm not the biggest fan of that feud is because it meant that everyone went away from X-Plane. That competition is doing fantastic for Microsoft Flight Simulator, because think of it, the amount of money that's involved is insane. Whereas in X-Plane we've only got Toliss, and here's the thing though with Toliss. The systems are fantastic. They're unparalleled. They cannot be beaten. But the graphics are... they leave a lot to be desired, and sadly Toliss is a company that believes in... well, they think they're so great and all that, and they want so much realism that they forget something really important. Image compression. So the screens can be a bit blurry at times. Well, they are blurry in comparison to what you might get in Microsoft Flight Simulator. And Toliss's excuse for it is, oh, this is what they look like in the real aircraft. Now, I've had the privilege of sitting in cockpits of A320s, A321s, A320neos. They don't look nearly as blurry as what you see in these aircraft. And it's simply down to the fact that Toliss does not understand image compression. Because if you have a, say, 720p image, actually these are less than 720p, and then you put that on a 2K screen like myself, there's compression. If you put it on a 4K screen, there's less compression. It's going to look clearer on a 4K screen than a 2K screen, but then you go down to a 1080 and it'll be a blurry mess unless you zoom in on it. And yet sadly, they won't do anything about it. So that's why I want some of the competition over onto here, because if we get the competition on Toliss, then Toliss will be forced to actually update its stuff. I mean, just look at their A330neo. That thing is horrendous when it comes to texturing. And in this case, the reason why the textures look somewhat decent or a bit better is down to the fact that I've downloaded a cockpit mod and PFD mods. In the case of what would I say? In the case of Phoenix and FS Labs in X-Plane, or in Microsoft Flight Simulator, one of those companies needs to make a freight mod in order for the other one to make it. But that's the thing, you've got to get one of them to do it, and neither side are going to want to do it, which is a big shame. Oh god, a bit of stretching. That's what I do like. You use map enhancement, and I don't have map enhancement Pro. The payment side's kind of dodgy. But on top of it, but once you get to 30,000 feet, like we are now, it looks great. It looks fantastic. Now, and we'll get YMML. Oh baby, I'm the exact same. I love freighters. Freighters are my favourite, and the reason why they're my favourite isn't down to they carry freight. The problem with freighters is sometimes you can't get wing views or whatever that you can get in PAX versions of the aircraft, but with freight versions is you can fly really big planes on really short routes. And I think that, for me personally, that's my biggest thing. Like a 777 we have in Sim is a PAX one, I just chuck a freight livery on it. But I can fly that big aircraft, a 777-200, an hour flight, or an hour 15, or an hour 20-minute flight, or a 2-hour flight. I don't have to fly it 10 hours. Same with the 747-200, which is my darling. If you fly that aircraft, I mean, it's amazing. It is a phenomenal plane. But I can fly that massive aircraft on a 2-hour leg, and it's good. It's doing its job. It's being realistic. So that's what I agree with you. I do love freight versions, because the A321 wasn't a very popular aircraft, but the A321neo is getting much further than any other Airbus. Oh, I understand that, baby. I know personally a few freight pilots myself. One of my dad's great mates is a captain for Jetstar on their 787s. And it's something that, yeah, I understand. And if you want quirky routes, if you want routes that are different, that are a bit not normal, you have to use freight. You just have to. I'm looking forward to the Qantas starting an actual service with the A321neos. I won't fly Jetstar A321neo, and simply down to the fact, it's very simple, they only fly them to Bali, and while I'm an Aussie, I will never go to Bali simply for it. Lighting today. Obviously, oh, how good does COSP sound? Here we go, almost at our top of climb. And then there's our arrival. Gonna go to our flight plan today, destination. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up my charts yet again. which I adore this app. And we'll just be doing the ILS-16 Yankee arrival. ILS-16 Yankee, insert. Perfect. Tunker, Belter, Oval. Perfect. So it fits in perfectly. Let's look at Melbourne right now. Winds are 230 at 6 knots. So we're coming, well, we could come in at runway 27. And that would make it interesting. I don't know. But I haven't done a runway 16 landing in so long. So I think we'll do an ILS-16 landing. Oh my god, though, that's, I wish I could turn that sound effect down. It does my head in. There, 16, perfect. 230 would be pretty much a direct crosswind for us. Yeah, direct crosswind, but it's perfect enough. I mean, we would be in the tailwind constraint area, so it wouldn't be a tailwind, it would be a crosswind, so not too bad. I'm gonna go settings, audio. Let's see. Are you ready? Are you ready for love? Please don't sing that song. There we go. Right. Okay. Oh, RXA. Oh, someone's flying Rex today. That's awesome. Coming out to our top of climb. Maintaining good speed. That's all you can ask for. Let me just check the chat, which I have been very busy doing, not doing. So 321 Neos. So we get 24/7 and the froze overall. Maybe you pilot yourself. The thing about Jetstar, they stack us up with 321 Neos, so we get them 24/7 and the freighters overnight. Oh yeah, I know they've got 321 Neos, but has Jetstar actually got 320 Neos now? Judging by your comments, they probably have. Obviously, I grew up in India. I'm an Aussie, but I grew up in India, and predominantly all the aircraft there are 321s. Oh my god, that sound. Oh no. Oh yeah, they do have A320 Neos. Here's me being an idiot. But if you look at Indigo CEO A320s are minimal. Predominantly all of them are A320 Neos. I think even, what was First, I forget the airline. Nomadic Aviation did a video in India, and it was actually Go Air, that's what it was. Yeah, it was Go Air, and then it became Go First. They also only used A320 Neos. Obviously, the reason Australia uses the A320 CEOs is because we just bought so many of them. And thankfully, a lot of those guys are getting converted to QantasLink. So they'll still be flying, but when it comes to the Neos, yeah, they're slowly coming in. Actually, I was having a chat with my father about it. The thing is with Qantas is strictly a carrier that will buy aircraft when they get a good sale on them. All the 737-800s they bought post 9/11, and just look at like Vueling in Europe is going to be converting to 737 MAX fleet entirely. They're entirely an Airbus fleet right now, but they're going to go to entirely MAXes. And then you look at the holding company, IAG, and what did IAG doing during COVID and after the two 737 MAX crashes? They mass bought all of these 737 MAX, I think it was for like a 60% discount. It was ridiculous, but it's expected. So I think the 320 Neos and 321s, well, the 321 is just such a strategic aircraft for Qantas, and thankfully their CEO is actually doing some things right, unlike Alan Joyce, who's an idiot. But yeah, hey, look, it's moving forward, and that's all we can ask for. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna be right back. 2 seconds. I just need to go do something. G'day everyone, how's it going? I am back. Let me read the chat, see. So can you please change your secure 7364 7364? Let me do that for you, why not? QFA 7364 7364, and I'll just go to Xpilot. One moment, and we're just gonna disconnect, connect 7364. But that's because my... Don't worry about that beeping, we'll get this all sorted. And we'll go over to Helm. And... Pre-file on Vatsim. 3764. Okay. 7364. There we go. So if I go here now, disconnect 7364. There we go. Contact 7364. Let's now go to perf. Next page. Next phase. Melbourne is 1034. Temperature is 08 degrees Celsius. Winds are 230 at 6. Perfect. Let's get our charts up. Yeah. Baby, I hope you're a bit happy now. We've changed that over for you. Arrival. Not arrival. Approach. Alice. That's the Zulu. I need the Yankee. 6. Okay, obviously, oxygen height is 640. All good, bibs. 640 is decision altitude, and I put in the wrong bloody thing because I'm an idiot. There we go. That's better. Not long to go now. Should be down in 20 minutes. So, baby, what part of Oz are you based in? Oh, look at that. How's the volume, by the way, for the stream, guys? Is it a bit low, a bit high? What are you thinking? Had to switch over a few settings recently, and it was a pain in the rear end. Ah, you're down in Hobart. Well, that's where I'm born. Okay, 109.7 is our localizer. Decision height is 640. Heading at 160. By 8 miles, we'll be able to activate our approach. Delta ML, yep. Yeah, no problem. We'll be using the star. Localizer, yep. Okay. Go around procedure will be follow heading 160 to 4000. And the Genesis price, Genesis new reference, push for Baltimore 5. 160, 5 normal, 160, 150 knots. Back at 150 knots, we'll maintain no problems. Transition to 10,000. Runway elevation is 16 hectopascals. Perfect. So, we'll be flying in, heading on 160, down, maximum 185 knots at Belter. There we go. Cool. So, you know what, stuff it. I'm going to make it a right-hand sleep landing. I think I've got my stick on this side. Hello. So I've got my stick on this side, so I think we'll do a second officer's landing today. But yeah, so right-hand sleep landing today, heading 160, past Belter, activate localizer. By DME, or 8 DME, we'll activate our approach, follow the glide path down to Melbourne. If we need to go around heading 160 to 4,000, and then we'll circle to land. Bring the altitude down to 3,000. Actually, yeah, Belter is 3,000, so we will be perfectly fine. And we'll start our descent now. Bring spoilers out as well. Okay, starting our descent into Melbourne. Oh, hello. Why are we doing 5,000 feet a minute? We'll bring actually those spoilers out. This plane is going for gold trying to dive down. There we go, that's what I want to see. Okay, so that's when we'll be around the descent. Miles, okay. We need to be at 12,500, so flight level 125. Okay, we'll get down there. Speed braking. we go. Now watch me float the living daylight out of this thing, because it's something that I tend to do way too much. Oh, Sydney has tower. Nice. Oh, that guy's... There's a guy flying Tasman cargo from Sydney to... I have to get that correct. He's flying to Hong Kong. There's only 207. Oh, I've just been screamed at. Greg. G'day, Bailey. Sure, I need to... How... And no problems, Bales. All good. How do I turn those alerts down there? Holy moly, they're loud. Is there actually a way to turn it down? Probably bring that down to 30. Did those even apply? Probably not. They did. Okay. Ha! All good bibs. Jeez, look at that. Do love this country. Look at the lighting. Like, holy moly. Oh, hello. Oh yeah, I actually have Ortho downloaded all around for Melbourne. At 280, so not too bad. Everything's looking good. Don't need to manually put it in our position. Thankfully this is not a C-YPAD-YSSY. Oh. Before we land, guys, no, it always helps out. Maybe a like, share, or follow. Wind's 260 at 4. I don't know if we can land in Melbourne on 16. Well, we've got a... I mean, it's at 4 knots, so it's not too bad. Let's go to Perth. And let me get that up again, 260 at 4. What was that message I just got? Yeah, it's probably going to be runway 27 ops now. Let me get my charts up. So I have to change that now. Oh, that's 27 Yankee. Yeah, we're going to change this over. Well, that's 27. And we'll use the YPAD-YSSY-YMML approach, I guess. Yeah, that fits perfect. YPAD-YSSY-YMML. Insert. And thankfully we'll use this. Took out Belter. And then, yep. Perfect. Okay, flight panel changed. And we'll be doing the approach into YSSY-27. And let's check X-Pilot. Approach runway 27 when ready, descend to flight level 130. Bailey, are we controlling right now? Oh, someone's just messaged me. Everything. Interesting. So, what we're going to need to do now is change over all these approach plates. Arrival 8. No, not that one. 7. And we'll need to go to the approach for the YSSY-YMML. For those to load up. "49 miles away from Melbourne, so not too long now." Above 8,000 RB, under 9,000 at Tunka. Lakeup, and then 230's Dockno, visas 185, and then visas, we need to be 185 knots max, let's see, 2,500 feet out of visas, and around 7 DME mark we'll activate our approach and go around procedures 263 degrees at full and climb to 4,000. Decision height for the ILS is 610 feet, so I'm going to put that in the box now. There. Perf. Next phase. And we'll put 610. And obviously we're doing a full config landing. Now we just check the chat. Yeah, that Carter engine's ads is significantly better. Ah, beautiful. Holy moly, okay. Bit of a problem there. Okay, now 10,000, we'll switch over 10 standard. And we'll set our pressures perfectly, which is 1034. Ground 3 10,000, so not too bad. So let's do our approach briefing again. Okay, today's approach is going to be ILS runway 27 approach, ILS Yankee 27 approach. Addition height will be 610 feet. It will be a right-hand seat landing, of which by 2,000 feet we will activate approach mode or localizer. Once captured, we will activate approach. If in case we need to go around, we will fly runway heading up 263 and we will climb to 4,000, and we will then, by 5 nautical miles, turn around and go back to the start. Briefing is complete. It will be flaps full landing as well. Let me check the chat. Oh yeah, and I also got a message as well. Duke, need to translate this. Low hanging fog, that's really interesting. If we're landing 1-6, it'll be right in front of us. Just look at those engines, they sound really, really good. Okie doke, slowing down, a bit fast. No, we are at 250, that's okay. Let me actually get my panels a bit brighter here. There's Melbourne Airport. And look at that, there's a Jetstar A320 down there as well. I wonder who that is. G'day Melbourne, this is Qantas 7386. We are on approach for runway 27. G'day Bailey. There we go, flight plan. To go. Need to bring this down to 2000 now. Okay, cool. The annoying part about downloading all this ortho for Melbourne, like ortho for XP, is I've done really high quality ortho for the city, except there's this one line that goes through the city where it's really bad. Down to 185 now. Starting our turn. And once flaps level, we'll go down to flaps 1. Flaps 1. Spoilers being armed. Trees everywhere. Great. Really hazy. ignition's on, probably because we are on idle. And we'll come flaps too. Get the LS on as well. And we'll activate localizer as well.
$2,500.
Localizer is captured. Gears coming down. And we'll activate the approach mode as well.
2,000.
Flaps 3. Landing lights are coming on. Runway is inside. Melbourne traffic, Qantas 7364 is on final, runway 27. Established ILS. And flaps 4. Cabin. And we'll do signs regardless, even though we don't need to, we are carrying freight.
$1,000.
1,000. And we have a 12 knot tailwind, what the hell?
100 above.
The winds has changed significantly.
Minimum.
Continuing, landing.
500.
Go around altitude is set, we're ready for landing.
400.
Autopilot off, my aircraft.
300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
Oh, hello. Reverses. Reverses grain. Decel same. I never said auto brake. 60 knots, 40 knots. Reverse is coming in.
Auto brake off.
Auto brake off. Oh, we would have plenty of room to stop there. Lights coming in. Melbourne traffic, Qantas 7364 is clear of runway 27. Perfect. Holy moly, we actually butted the thing. Turn that transponder over as well. We have to get a replay of that one. That was insane. I finally butted the thing. Yeah, let's maintain center line, Jimmy boy. There we go. Strobe's coming off as well. APU master switch coming on. Let's go. Alright, zero out the altitude there. Speed zeroed. And so is that. Landing lights have come in. Go. Now we can start that APU. If we can maintain center line, that'll be also bloody fantastic. I know we are in fact for traffic. So if we came down 16, we'd have like pretty much wind coming down the runway. But that will. 17364 crossing runway 1634 Melbourne. We'll be taxiing down to the freight bay. No, it's Bravo, this one. Yeah, Mohammed, how's it going? Melbourne ground, g'day. Qantas 7364 taxiing via Alpha Juliet to the southern freight aprons. APU is on. That's pretty good. Not too bad. I actually had a pretty good landing, so I'm pretty happy with that. How about yourself? How's your day going? And we also need to get chrono off. APU bleed is open. Awesome. $64 minutes, not too bad. Thank you, Mr. BMW. Flaps coming up, spoilers coming up. I think for the next leg we'll do it at 9. like all the building names, which sadly a lot of those don't exist anymore. Like Australian Air Express doesn't exist, and Toll Toll actually hasn't existed for a long time now. And here is Juliet coming up now. Here's Juliet. BAE Systems. And don't worry everyone, it is a requirement that we get a replay of that landing because that was really good. And we'll get it right up against the Qantas Freight building. Taxi lights coming off as well. Stop. Back brake set. And with that being the case, engine 1s and engine 2 coming in. Windshield coming off, GCS coming off, multi-scan going to manual. So transponder can come off, flaps are up, perfect. And welcome to Melbourne everybody. Let's get follow the ground services menu. I would like some stairs. Which, because we're in Australia, that has to be Swissball. Hell yeah, look at that. A lot of professional. ICS. Chocks coming on. External power can be loaded. And we'll open that door up right now. And welcome to Melbourne everybody. Great landing. Very happy with that. And I mean, how great does that look? Don't worry everyone, just give me 2 secs and we will get that replay on. But yeah, I think that is a landing we can be very happy with. And so, what we're going to do is we're going to disconnect from Vatsim in a momento, por favor. Oh, Bailey, that'd hurt. I've had that error before. It's not fun. Yeah, Microsoft Flight Simulator is a pain in the rear end when it comes to that. Here we go. Look at that crosswind. And because we went halfway down the runway, let's get that set up as well. I'd say the scenery does look really good. It's a shame Tullamarine is such a horrible airport. Here we go, everyone. Oh, kissed. Absolutely kissed it. Oh, hell yeah. And that's the point when I realized, oh shit, I haven't actually put auto brake on. It was all good. Yeah, but I had that problem. I've had that problem so many times. I don't know. I've always been cursed by it. Ooh, how good does that look good? Oh, kissed it. Absolutely kissed it. Oh. Sorry everyone for being so ridiculous, but on minimal wing flex, I'm very, very happy with that. And we'll do one more. Just to make everyone happy. And then I'm just going to go get some water, maybe a cup of tea. And we'll get ready for flight 2, which is to Sydney. So. Alright guys, I'll be right back. Just get everything sorted, and I'll see you very, very, very shortly. G'day everyone. Sorry for that. And we are back. So we're gonna go batteries, external power, get the RSs aligned, and if I go here, automatique combined with the stairs, of which I need these to be the correct stairs. Those are not. These need to be support, because Qantas cheaped out. Instead of supporting, well, the people of Australia, Alan Joyce thought, nah. Okay, now that we're in here, I need to go to SimBrief, and once on SimBrief, we will get everything changed over. Also, I realised I've got to set a bit lower on the camera because otherwise the double chin comes out significantly. Not a good look for anyone. So, new flight. Right, hang on. There we go. Hi. Yankee Mike Lima, and we'll be going to Yankee Sierra Sierra Yankee. Will be QFA 7364, I believe, was the idea that Bill gave us. One moment. Yeah. Yeah, QFA 7364. That sounds perfectly fine. And we'll be an A321 200. And that looks perfectly fine. Our alternative will be Canberra, which actually makes sense. SA ZFW 68 tons. Oh, we're going to be a bit heavy today, everyone. Estimated flight time. Well, what's the block time? Hour and 37. Air time will be an hour and 9 minutes. Pre-flight on Vatsim. And what we're actually going to do is switch this over to real world time, which will be our time. And I need to also make sure, yes, we have actually switched this over. Get this all done. Yep. Off block time. What's UTC right now? 13:58. So yeah, 14:20 will be perfectly fine for us. On route time is 1 hour and 9 minutes. Perfect. So we can go over to Xpilot and we can connect. Perfect. Go back in. We're connected to Vatsim. So we're going to go to our loading, and we will be around. Let's check. Someone accidentally went on the radios. Estimate is about 68.6 tons. We are currently 66.4. Let's double check. 68.6 tons. 68.6 tons. There we go. Perfect. Block fuel today will be 7.1 tons. 1.5. So we'll do 7.12. And we will apply these loads. Perfect. I'll get our flight plan downloaded. It saves us an immense amount of time. Perfect. Gonna come down here, come to init. Let's get that floodlights on. Panel lights. Let's light this cabin up. Emergency lights. Nav lights coming on. Crew supply coming on. Beacon not needed right now. Seatbelt signs can come on. Dome light can come to bright. We're going to go Y. L to YSSY. Yep. We're going to insert line RS. And our flight number today is QFA7364. We will be flying to 350. And someone's blowing in the mic, right? And we'll be going. Cost index of 27. Perfect. So there we go. ZFW for today. If we go to our weight and balance, it's 68.68 tons. So it's 68.7. Block fuel today is 7.2 tons. Perfect. There we go. Now we just wait for that. And oh my god, doesn't that look absolutely gorgeous? We're gonna go over to funnel. And actually, because we're here, you know, this is Melbourne. You know, we've got car parks. How great does that look? And I'm gonna guess that's just off 532. I'm gonna guess that's Bailey. Ground spoilers are not supposed to be aligned. Set our initial 5,000. Today, let's do our flight plan. And let's get the charts up for that one as well. Import from SimBrief. So runway 27 using the Docel 2 departure. Runway 27 using the Docel 2 departure. Let's see if there's any discontinuities. There is not. Perfect. RS has got 2 more minutes left. That is no problems. In the meantime, APU slowly gets started. RS are in the alarm position, and the fuel pumps can come on. Beacon light coming on as we will get our APU started. Hell yeah, that's starting to look really good now. All those coming in. I've just got 1 more minute. So we're going to also come down to here. And we're going to close the main door. Which should prompt these to start leaving. Oh look, there's more traffic in Melbourne. And New Zealand. 265. Any more traffic anywhere near? No. That's a shame. We're still aligning. APU's on, and we can get the APU we can get the APU bleed on as well. Just move this down, and we'll also get these sorted. 1034 is set, and I'll get that set here as well. 1034. I should actually look at the chat. I am so sorry, everyone. Sorry everyone, just getting this out of the way. Okay, doke, that's all sorted. No messages anywhere else. And we'll change it over to the YouTube chat. Okie doke. Straight mode coming on. And we can turn off external power, which is always scary. It will come up top, better push back, start pushing.
And ground to cockpit, g'day mate, go ahead and show me where you'd like to point now. Ground to cockpit, toast driving up right now.
Confirm we are on 122 just mine. I should get that.
Some doors are still open for the GPU or the ASU are still connected. I'm waiting for all of them closed and disconnected, then I will
no
proceed.
problems. We need to delay it anyway. I see all of that's done. We need to remove all of...
Alright, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect?
And bit of pushback. I2C. Silver ground menu. Remove the stairs. That's interesting. LS was on. Okay. Now that we're here, we're going to go to a perf page. Flaps 1 for takeoff. Let's also calculate takeoff performance. Reset, compute. 63 is our flex temp today.
Flow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release the parking brake when you're ready.
That's our takeoff data. Have to wait for that guy. I'm guessing this is Bailey. Get our takeoff data uplink and introduced, and there we go. VR speed is 146, V2 151, perfect. Wait for the jets now to move, and then we'll get our way on. We'll get on the road. G'day Sim, how's it going, mate? How's it going all well for you? Now, let's go. Sydney still has tower, so that could be good.
We're driving to Star 532, we're taxiing runway 27 by Alpha Echo, correction, Alpha Echo, holding point Papa, runway 27, normal traffic.
Hey, good on you, Sim. Yeah, flying there, 321 today. Did a flight earlier today, and so we've already done a flight to Melbourne from Adelaide, and now we'll be moving on. And there goes Bailey. So, Qantas 7364 will be pushing back from the J stand in. Okie doke. Back and brake coming off.
Alright, starting the pushback, and you may spool them. Clear
How
to
was
start
work
engine.
today, Sim? Hopefully it was pretty okay. Now that's going. Get the ignition on. Wait for the packs to go off. And we'll introduce engine 2. So we'll be going Juliet, Alpha, Echo, holding short runway 275 to par. Hell yeah, Sim. We butted it. I finally got a butter in this bloody aircraft. That was in a right-hand seat landing as well. I think we had like 12 knots tailwind. Oof. Get engine 1 set up. Flaps 1 coming out, and spoilers can be armed. Lock the door as is required, and now we're going to swing the aircraft all around now. And that's the wrong bloody button. Qantas 736. There we are. Melbourne is always bloody scary with this. Oh, good Bailey, all good. There we go. Beacon lights are on, nav lights are on. Perfect.
Alright mate, operation complete, go ahead and set the parking brake.
Parking brake can become set.
Alright mate, disconnecting toes, stand by.
Maybe you can come off because we've got 2 good engines now. Disconnect, yes please. And we'll get our wind shear on, system 1, auto, engine ignition's coming to normal. landing lights, perfect. Not the best lineup, but...
So it's disconnected, bypass pin, yeah, it's removed. I'll give you thumbs up on the right and catch you next time. Have a safe flight.
Juliet, Alpha, Echo, hold short, Papa. Melbourne ground, get a Qantas 7364, we'll be taxiing via Juliet, Alpha, Echo, holding short Papa for runway 27. Holy shit, we got that one out pretty well. Taxi light coming on. Parking brake coming off. Start moving. There's Menzies right there.
Number traffic, it's Papa 32, we're at Honey Point Papa, we're going to taxi down 27 and then on to Alpha from runway 16, just correction Melbourne traffic.
Let's go this way to get onto Alpha. Oh, this COSP sound pack is just so good. Get those on max. And we'll do that cabin call as well. Takeoff config will not work because we have low oil temp. That's no problems. I like how the Melbourne Tower looks like the Eye of Sauron. I've just realised on stream, because I'm watching the feedback, but because the lights are behind me, the shadow makes my face entirely dark. Whoops. Taxify Alpha now. And then we'll go to Papa. Let's see where Bailey is. Bailey is going onto the runway. Oh, he's going on runway 16. Interesting. Yeah, what are the winds actually? Because I don't think they're the exact same as what's been shown. Run on 250. Yeah. Stay with runway 27, I believe. The reason why I'm skeptical is because what I got last time, like on landing, obviously runway 27 was that runway you want to land it on, then I had a 12 knot tailwind, so g'day Melbourne, just confirming, are we using runway 16 or runway 27?
16, just up 36.
Okay, so let me switch this over. There we go. Runway 16. I'm going to hold short of 27. Let's go here. Flight plan 16. Docile to departure. Perfect. So I've deleted all my speeds. Let's see. Yeah, it has.
Now we're driving to 532, we're landing at runway 16, we're departing to the north, calling by mid at 2 over 370.
Continue. Flex temp 63 still. I will get that takeoff data inserted. Melbourne traffic, Qantas 7364 is crossing runway 27. Come on, give me the takeoff data. And there goes Bailey. Bailey's pretty light. And as we're out here, landing lights coming on, strobes coming on auto. Okay, so speeds aren't uplinking, right? So it's 140, 152, 155. Transition altitude is flight level 110. Flaps are set. Spoilers armed. Landing lights. Takeoff config is normal. See, and we'll take off on Charlie.
We're just up there, we're at on 0404 seconds, Melbourne traffic.
Melbourne traffic, Qantas 7364, entering runway 16. There we go, landing lights are on, all of those are on. Brake max, landing gear is down, flaps set, spoilers arms, takeoff config warning normal. Are we ready, guys? We're ready. Come on, drop us a like. Drop us a like and we'll get some bird on the way. I think it's about 30 seconds. Actually, probably not, it's probably near a minute. Anyway, everyone, let's go. Stable. Manflex SRS blue. Oh, those sounds. And we need Chrono 1 as well. She is heavy. V1. Retarte. positive rate. Gear up. Oh yeah. Climb thrust. Spoilers disarmed. Sure, baby. Barely served that. I haven't messed with delay, it should just be the standard delay. Well, traffic at A, Qantas 7364 is clear on 116. Autopilot coming up. And climb to 300. The standard delay, so about 15 to 60 seconds is the delay. Just listen to those sounds. I really love the IAEs. As I was saying earlier, what's the better CEO engine, the IAE or the CFMs? Flaps coming up. Landing lights coming off. That's interesting. I don't know why we got that sound. Actually, it's probably because the flaps just went up. Plus 36,000 now. Geez, we're a pocket rocket right now. To our Vatsim radar. And here we are Bailey up there. He's about... yeah, he's decently ahead of me. Sydney still has tower for the time being, so hopefully that remains. Ooh, someone's in Canberra. Oh, Canberra to Adelaide. That's going to be an interesting flight. I just flew from Adelaide. Sadly, everyone, just need to make this announcement right now. We won't be continuing on to Brisbane tonight because it's already 12:31 in the morning. We've got an hour of flight time for... We've got an hour of flight time, so, oh yeah. Okay, let me catch up on the chat because I have not been reading this. So, if I want to fly in Australia, can you recommend any airports with add-on sceneries? Orbex Brisbane is a beautiful airport. Brisbane Airport, the domestic terminals are also really, really unique. You have Sydney, fly Tampa Sydney. I think that's just a requirement. Also a great airport. And literally all of the airports that we have payware scenery for in Australia. Orbex Melbourne. Fly Tampa Sydney. Fly Tampa Sydney is expensive though. It's about $42 Australian. And then we also have... Sorry, I need to get this up to 350 now. Bailey, is there a Hobart payware scenery though? That's the thing, because I need to fly down to Hobart eventually. I mean, I'm bloody from there. Orbex Brisbane. Orbex Brisbane's my favourite. And Sim, I definitely look towards like... So you can do East Coast ops. So you can do Cairns or Townsville. Why did I go very bogan there? To Brisbane. And then from Brisbane you can go Sydney. Sydney you can do a Sydney to Canberra hop. Do that in like a Rex sub 340, something like that. It's only a really short flight. And then you can go, or Sydney just down to Melbourne. Whenever I do Sydney, well, whenever I want to fly aircraft for the first time, I always do Sydney to Melbourne. And actually, I've just seen an error. We're just going to get this changed. There we go, everyone. Sorry for that. How unprofessional, mate. How long streams? Yeah, IAs are awesome, Sim. Yeah, Bailey. So you've got, Bailey. You get, because I used to use MSFS, and I have quite a lot of sceneries for it. We don't have a payware scenery for Adelaide. We don't have one for Hobart either. I don't think. Let me see. Hobart scenery. Explain 12. I really want Orbex to do Australia V2 for X-Plane 12, and I want them to do the Broome Scenery. So when I was living in Australia, I was born in Hobart, lived in Sydney for a bit, then lived in Queensland, which is where I'm based now. Then we went to Western Australia with the RFDS, finished in Derby, which was only 2 hours away from Broome, and then we went from Broome to India. Yeah, we went to Bhubaneswar. Yeah, a bit of interesting history there. 12 sceneries. Box. So when it comes to Australian sceneries, let's see, we've got you got your Brisbane, you got Gold Coast by Axonos. Axonos, I don't know though. The reason I say that about Axonos is because apparently they released a Perth scenery that was so horrendously bad they had to remove it. There's Time Models Cairns. I do need to actually do a trip to Cairns in real life eventually. Then you've got Broome International's X-Plane 11, and I really want that because that's where I used to. Was a home at one point for me. Quick orange. I'm holding prior to landing for you to overtake. Okay. Thanks, Bailey. Let's see. There. Orbex, release Broome for X-Plane 12, please. Oh, they also did Essendon Airport. Actually, the default Essendon Airport, I'm just going to be controversial, the default Essendon Airport, all you need is ortho and it looks great. Perth Airport, they actually, they released it for X-Plane 12, and then they removed it for X-Plane 12 because it was that bad. And then fly Tampa, Sydney, you can't go wrong with that, that's perfect. Mind getting like Ko'olui Airport. That's in Hawaii, so I had to do American Ops. Yeah, American Ops wouldn't be too bad. That's a gorgeous looking airport. Oh yeah. Oh, Kahului Airports. Okay. So I was watching a David Bird video recently. And he had to fly, because it's the airport for Maui, and he had to fly 777-200 out of here. And I remember it now. It's the airport that they have to go flaps 15 for takeoff. And recently there was I think it was last year, there was a United 777 that took off from Maui Airport. And they put the flaps up too early, and the thing dropped, I think, 1,000 feet after takeoff, which was not great. That's called disaster minorly averted. That's interesting. Might have to do Hawaii island hopping. Okay, 250 now. Oh, so we're going up to 350, and 350 is yes. She's very dark today. Well, you'd expect that, so over midnight. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to Sydney Tower is still up, that's 120.5 I believe. Let me just go online and check, yes. So we're going to have that in the frequency that we will eventually have to change over to 120.5. Okay. What's the tower? Oh, I'm so sorry everyone. Airport info, and then let's see, 210, so you're probably going to use 16 to land. Yeah, like 16 right, or like 27, 25 to land. because the wind's coming from here. So probably too far of a 16 right. Let me actually look on Vatsim radar. Let me see what airport runway they are using. Yeah, it looks like they're using 16 left, 16 right. Okay, that's awesome. When we get closer, we'll get onto the ATIS. So let me actually write that down. So ATIS frequency 126, just 1250, and let me just check on Vatsim radar to double confirm that. No, it's 118550. And let's see the ATIS report there. Expect instruction approach. Yep, instrument approach. 16 left, 16 right for arrivals and departures. Okay, perfect. So yeah, I'll probably want to get onto 16 right. And actually, Sim, if you're here, you'll see Flight Tampa Sydney scenery tonight as well. And I'll go into daytime to show you. Let's go to MS. Let's go to our notes. And ILS. So, let's get everything done. So ATIS is 118.5, 55, I should say, and tower is 120.5. Perfect. Just writing that all down on notes. Stream's a bit quiet. Yeah, no, Sim, it was ridiculous. I think actually those parts got taken out for a little bit. Stream's a bit quiet, are you saying? Is that just because I'm not talking? Coming up to 30,000 now, almost 31,000. Well, yeah. Yeah, no problem, Sim. I'll be doing that for you as well. It's no problem. You've helped out many times in the past, so it's the least I can do. Hello, hang on. Maybe I need to put the mic closer to my mouth. Could also be that I'm just speaking really bloody quietly. Okay, no problems. Let me... Properties. That's interesting. Just give me a moment. Let me get this sorted. Video broadcast. Oh, I know how to do. I need to go to these settings. I need to go to my system, sound, and microphone. Now, for instance, my input, the input on my microphone was at 15 out of 100, and I've just put it to 30. So, might have to tune it down just a little bit because otherwise I will be very quiet. I need to get also like a muffle for the mic, simply because you can hear background stuff, you know. There we go. How's that sound now? Check X-Pilot, no problems. One moment. Just checked X-Pilot. Are you saying that my mic volume for X-Pilot is low as well? 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Get a just doing a test because I'm looking at the mic volume. Get a Sydney traffic. This is Qantas 7364. Will be arriving very shortly into so and so. Yada yada yada. Sydney Control, g'day, this is Qantas 7364 on approach ILS 16 right. There we go, that's a bit better. Check the message. I don't see any new one. Is it the DXGI error again? Well, it couldn't have crashed because you're still flying, so... There we go, now I've got a new message. Oh, this is the meter. Ah, okay, this is the meter. Okay. Oh, God. I'm knackered. Let's see this. Yep. Okay, at 240. So, 1 light rain. 13 knot wind. 10 kilometer visibility. 2,000 foot ceiling. Okay, 1032 hectopascals. Yeah, I was reading the meta report of in-game / on Vatsim radar because that's... No! Oh, that's heartbreaking. Sydney Tower just went offline. Understandable, it's like 1 AM for us. Landing in a thunderstorm. Currently it's saying it's light rain showers. What we can do, thankfully we have access to NextRad in the thing. Kind of 350, cool, cruising altitude now, which means that dome light can come on and we can chill. Actually, what I will do is I'll get the engine light put on, which is... Where's the wing light? Gone again. Wing light, there we go. Ooh, 12 knot, well 13 knot winds at the moment. Okay, that's not too bad. We've got heavy rain and lightning, landing into a thunderstorm. Okay. What I prefer using is windy. When in doubt, check windy because that gives really good visualization. I'm looking at the Meta website you said, and it says light showers rain. So, interesting. Let's go to weather radar, please. Oh, scheisse. Yeah. Sydney has got very heavy thunderstorms over it right now. The airport has... obviously... Okay, so this... cell is moving north. Yeah, we've got thunderstorms over Sydney. That's going to be interesting. So, ILS-16 right will be the approach. So, here we go. So, we're going to go flight plan, Sydney, arrival, ILS-16. Oh, okay, guys, what are we thinking? ILS-16 right or 16 left? 16 right is like the main runway, and 16 left we would have to fly over the terminal end to land. While you guys think of that, I'm just going to use Zulu. I'll be right back. 16 right it is. Minute momento, por favor, let's get that tracked in ILS-16 right. So we're going to probably use the Bori for Alpha approach. I will double check that though. So let's get the charts up right now. And no, we're not using runway 25, we're using 16 right. 30 knot crosswind, ooh la la. That's gonna be interesting. ILS-16 right, obviously. I need the approach though. Let's say the Rivet 4 approach. Boogie, then you come up. Okay. So that's what we'll do. And we'll use the Rivet 4 approach. And now I need to go through this. So you got Rivet, Bigham, Tammy, Boogie. Okay, it needs to remove Tessat. You can't be using Tessat because you actually have to turn northwards up to Erden. And then, and insert. Perfect, there we go. Actually almost coming up to our top of descent. I mean, we've still got some room to go, about 80 miles, but too bad, we're making progress, people. I haven't done a night landing in a long time. Would you rather, guys, would you rather it be a night landing, or would you rather me like do a really late afternoon so we have sun, so if you want to do a replay or whatever, it looks decent and you can actually see it from the outside? Also, to whomever subscribed, thank you very much. 208. Just saw that number go up. I need to get a like a thing that comes up on the screen that for subscribers. Because, by the way, it really helps out, and thank you so much. Himself. Oh no. Barry sees himself. Have you considered not looking into the mirror? Oh, scheiße. 33 minutes, so we'll go about what? Oh, we would have about 30 minutes to go. Let me check the charts. What's our tailwind? 15 knot tailwind? I'll take it. 23 minutes away from Sydney. Not too bad. Very good progress, helped by the wind. We open up our map. There is Bailey. And is this the Jetstar going to Canberra? Is that Adelaide? Hang on, let me check. I need to go on Vatsim radar. Who's this guy? No, Sydney to Canberra. Okay, oh, so he's about to come on to final. Okay, yeah. Okay, cool, and then we'll come up. Okie doke. I don't expect the night landing to be any good because you can't really see the runway, can you? Oh my god. Has anyone seen all the stuff happening with the women's basketball in America? Oh my god. Sadly, I can't say that I'm... how do I say it? Surprised. I knew that when the first one hit, there's always going to be so many bloody ones that hit. Obviously there's going to be no aircraft at Sydney right now, and that's simply down to the fact that the curfew enacted about an hour ago. That's coming from Perth, so let's see the playback. Yeah, so they went there and then up. Let me get my map up. Just need to check my charts. Yeah, boogie then go north. Okay. So that's where this guy pretty much turned in, and then he had an extended introduction, then it came down there. 18 minutes until we are in Sydney, everyone. And Bailey, when you say you see yourself, where do you see yourself? Let's check the messages. Let's say, du mach das toll. And I tend to say, mein Herz in Flammen und würde ich lieben und verdammen. Deutschland, dein Atem kalt, so jung und doch so alt. Deutschland, deine Liebe ich Flug und Segen. Ah, Sim, I can... Dankeschön, Dankeschön. Bailey, what I was saying is, you said that you see yourself, where? Did you see your light go off or something? But if you own any of the A320s, by COSP, this sound pack is absolutely insane. It makes the Toliss feel like it's worth the money. Okay, Sydney, 10:32. Temperature is 12. Actually, I'll double confirm that with the meta online. 10:32. Yep. 12 degrees Celsius, and ceiling is 2,000 feet. That's going to be really interesting. Okay. Winds currently at 210 at 13. They really haven't charged in a while. Coming up to our top descent. Okay, so we're going to get our Rivet 4 approach, and we're going to get our ILS 16 right approach. So if we look at this, Bigham 8,000, Tammy under 9,000, above 6,000 a boogie, and then we're going to turn north towards Bankstown. And we're going to keep going north and then go there. Aircraft may be radar vectored, that's what we'll do. Continue flying north and then turn 155 to Erden. By Erden we need to be at 3,000 feet, so let's set that to 3,000 feet. Igala is 1,700 feet, and then you're on a approach in towards heading of 155, go around, will be runway heading 155 till 600 feet, then we'll complete a right hand turn to 170 and climb to 3,000. Speed limit of 185 to 160 at Erden. At Igala we'll go down to 160 from 150. Our decision altitude is 210 feet. I'm going to switch that to 250 for our decision height. And everything's looking perfectly okay so far. Okay, so that's our brief done. And we can expect some spicy winds. Top of descent. And we're going to start descending now as well. $8,000 is the first restriction, and we have plenty of room to that. Now we go back to the chat. I do apologise for any long responses. Are you on the right frequency? Let's check. 122.8 is what I'm on currently. And if I check Vatsim radar, yeah, I'm on 122.8. Radio check, Bailey. Super X, come out. Okay, I can barely hear you now. It's probably because we've now got into range with each other. Speed brake coming in. Qantas 7364, descending to 8,000 to Big O. Oh yeah, look at all the clouds over there. Ooh, this is going to be interesting. Nah, but we will be perfectly fine. He hoped. And I see you, Bailey. I see your strobe light. There you are. Or at least I think that's you. No, that could be a star. Let me check Vatsim radar. You're at 230, so we're at car altitude now. Ah, there you are, Bailey. I see you there. And New Zealand flight coming into Sydney as well. Interesting. Everyone's doing the very illegal flying today. Flying in after curfew. 6 people on the stream today. G'day everyone, how's it going? Hope it's going all good for you. Definitely not for me because I'm about to die. Simply from sleep exhaustion. Which is a perfect combination to flying.
Sydney traffic, it's Star 582, exiting the hold at Carroll tracking to Rivet. Sydney traffic.
Oh, look at those professional call outs from Bailey. And then there's me. Contemplating if I can even speak English. Actually, if I wanted some extra FPS, I mean, we're getting like 46, 45 FPS natively, and I'm running at 2K. If I wanted to, I could have turned off map enhancement because it's nighttime and I don't need the auto scenery. Which actually, that's something I wish happens with sims like Microsoft Flight Simulator, is it automatically turns off if it's nighttime. Like, have a base scenery, but turn off the ortho for like flat land without any lights at night time. And then if it's daytime, they'll just load back in. I really love these IA engines. Okay, so we have done the landing briefing. Heads or tails, do we do a left-hand seat landing or a right-hand seat landing? B420. Okay, yeah, no problems, Bailey. I'll add you on Discord. I just need to also nope. Sorry if I'm looking a bit lost. I'm just trying to figure out how this app works.
City traffic just up on the shooting, left heading 2404 sequencing, city traffic.
Just need to check this. Okey-doke. Passing to 13,000 now. I strongly don't agree that we'll be at... Oh no, we need to be above 8,000. Look at me being an idiot. Okay, Sydney, here we come.
City traffic just up on 32, turning to right, tracking through, process city traffic.
10:32 will be what's required. No real terrain with Sydney unless you go extremely north or to the east. Look, Sydney has something called Walder. Yeah, we're almost at Wedderburn. Yeah, there's Air New Zealand coming in to Sydney. And jeez, Bailey's quite a bit behind there. Will he be able to catch up? That is the question. Standard coming off 10:32. Landing lights are being popped out but not turned on yet. feet. Speed brake's coming out. I will get to speed. Oh, I will be Bailey. It's a non-negotiable there, sir. Speed brake coming in. Just a reminder, Bailey, that you need to beat the what happened yesterday. We were flying the 777 and an A320 crashed on final. There you are, Bailey. I'll accept that friend request. Speed brake's coming out. I don't know why the aircraft dips so heavily. Clear down to 3,000, so we are all good. Sydney. Bird coming in. 3.9 tons, that's looking all good. Yeah, look at that, all the clouds now at 2,000. Winds are 12, so we should be okay. Winds has switched to 240, it's 30, so 240 at 13, so not too bad. Yes, the rain glitch with War Thunder. Nice. Can't wait to get copies. Copies of Microsoft Flight Simulator. Sim, you only need to buy it once. Above 6,000. Here we are sitting at 7. Well, we're sitting at 8. Correction. Okay, now 3,000. Actually, what I'm going to do is bring this down to 1,700. And go light on the auto brakes. Remind ourselves that we need those. Landing lights coming on. And runway turn-off lights coming on. Wing lights can come off.
Unicom traffic, New Zealand 21, coming in 16 left, 8 mile,
16 left.
finish.
To infinity and beyond. Sim what? Look, you do you, man. You're awesome. You're very helpful to everyone. But wow. The problem is, Sim, knowing you, I don't know if what you're saying is truthful or not. I genuinely don't know, and that is a problem. Beautiful Sydney. Shame Sydney's not the best at IRL. Spiro's coming in. Zero actually gets deployed. Tell the cabin to get ready for landing as well. Activated approach, yeah. Hi, is there? Are we doing a left or a right hand landing today? Any lights are on? Find it interesting that we need to press this like this terrain on ND to get the weather on. I'm just going to turn out here now. And now we'll turn him. Just by widening it out, it just means that we have a bit more time on a final. See? Because normally you'd have radar vectors coming in. And because we're going to freight, we'll get off on the left. So if I show you here, I would have airport. This is international cargo. This is where we park. So we come down to here, Alpha, and there. So we'll taxi via Alpha, cross 07, down to terminal.
Traffic dispatch 32 is 20 knots left, and we're in A321 at the F416 on the pivot 4 run. Any traffic?
Localize around. Oh, it's done this thing to me. Okay, so for some reason the airport's not in the correct position, or where it's supposed to be.
2,500.
Going through the clouds. Gear coming down.
2,000.
Manual control. Flaps 1. There we go. Sydney traffic. Quantity 7364 on final. Runway 16 right. Disregard. And we'll get it back down now. Cabin is checked and was checked prior.
One thousand.
Flaps 3.
500.
Too low. Terrain.
400.
Flaps full.
100 above. 300.
Landing.
Minimum. 200.
And we're
100.
We're all good for landing.
50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. Re-10. 5.
Reverses. I need to get in touch with Fly Tampa because they've put the airport too close, so their procedures don't actually line up. And we'll get off on this high-speed taxiway up here as well. Reverses in.
Auto brake off.
Yep. Not a bad landing.
Any traffic just up, completed 225 on runway 16 right. Any traffic?
Qantas 7364 is clear of runway 16 right, Sydney. Landing lights coming off, taxi lights coming on, strobes coming off, and runway turn off lights coming off. Not a bad landing, everyone. Obviously we were fast, but we got it downward corrected. We assessed that earlier on that, yeah, this is likely going to happen, and everything went well. It's still very much annoys me.
City traffic, New Zealand 21, I'm going to be crossing 16 right, 34 left on
I do
Lima
need to get in
Shores.
touch with Flight Tampa about that, because that annoys the daylights out of me. How far is Bailey on approach? See, like, where Bailey is where Erden is. But Erden was showing up here for me. Why have we just stopped? APU will get that started. Get that started now. Chrono needs to come off as well. Sydney ground, Qantas 7364, taxiing via Alpha to cargo stand. That goes to Wollongong, Rockdale. Great amounts of detail sim at
Traffic
this
just
flight
up,
table.
32, final call, final runway 16 right, final call, just Sydney traffic.
And there's Bailey.
City traffic, New Zealand 21, crossing 16 right on Lima, should be out of your way. City traffic, New Zealand clear, 16 right.
Sydney traffic, Qantas 7364, crossing runway 07. Pretty decent landing though, I'll give myself that. I mean, we're fast, but we managed to salvage it. You should also bring flaps up now as well. Terminal interior is really good as well, Sim. We're not international, so we don't park here, we park down at the end.
Turning around, and New Zealand 21, crossing 07.
And I'm gonna do something wrong. Oh, he's floated it, he's floated it. And he's down. That looked pretty good, Bailey.
Ouch. What do you mean?
Yeah, don't worry, Bailey's, the guy in the Jetstar there, that was all caught on stream. He bloody floated it.
Oh, good, mate. Just looked like a little nose slam there at the end there. Apart from that, it looked pretty good.
Plenty of chiropractors around here.
Mate, it's better than what I've had to do. I've had to hand fly for the last hour because apparently fucking shit craps his pants.
Oh god, Jeez, we've joined Vatsim after hours here, boys. Okay, well,
Yeah, I was hoping ground or tower was still going to be on by the time I got here. And I was like 30 minutes from it and they got off, so I was like, oh.
Yeah, it looks like they're simulating the curfew as well.
Probably. Well, I'm not.
Okie doke, everyone. Let's get this in here. See if I can actually line her up. Taxi light coming off, don't want to blind the poor bloke. Need to actually go outside to see this. Look at the rain coming off that.
Anyone else pilots get some chiropractic discount?
No, mate, couldn't really relate. My landing was pretty decent, but the approach definitely wasn't.
Engines off. That's right. Oh yeah, my approach was absolutely garbage. That's down to the fact that Fly Tampa, when they made the Sydney scenery, put the airport like 2 miles closer than the fixes. Engines are off.
Yeah, I know, because I was hand flying, there was a bit of fog there too. I was relying on my instrument, my ILS, and I couldn't see the lights because I did 1.6 left, and by the time I saw him, I was like a good 100 metres to the right of it.
Well, that's always bloody great. Okay, Sim.
Yeah, so if you look at my flight on the radar, it's the approach is cooked.
Yeah, you on MSFS or are you on X-Plane?
I'm on MSFS 2020, 2 brake to bike 24.
24 aft.
I'm the X-Plane 12 guy here. Okie doke. And
I don't have an X-Plane 12, I've got 11, but I don't really play much.
external power, truck's coming on. And we're gonna get the stairs put on. Turn our service menu, and we're going to get those stairs. And Swissport, obviously. And we'll get this APU chucked off. Yes, that sounds perfect, Sim. And APU coming off. And listen how quiet that is now. And I mean, how fantastic is that? Oh, don't worry, we will be doing a replay of the landing today, as is usual, as is required. Okie doke, so I hear another aircraft. No, I don't anymore. Okay, so now that that is the case, let me disconnect from Vatsim and let me give you a tour. So let's go here and daytime. Actually, that looks absolutely amazing. Holy moly. Hang on. Okie doke. No problems, Bales. No problems. Okie doke. So, welcome to Sydney Airport by Fly Tampa. Absolutely gorgeous. Until you realise you need to do somehow manage to get all the ortho in here and it does your head in. Anyway, this is what it looks like with rain, and it looks great. If we come over here, you've got the maintenance area for Qantas. You've got a beautiful A380 waiting there, and you've got these stands that actually go underneath the apron, which you can actually spawn at. Big Qantas office, or the hangars. You got all the smaller hangars. You'll find your Saab 340s or that parked there for maintenance. And then you've got the large hangars that Qantas use. So this is A380s, A340, A330s. You've got the very famous Qantas hangars over here, which are all done really well. And you've got the airport over here. This is where the chairman's lounge is. I don't think they've, let's see, they haven't modeled it, and we should fire them for it. But that's where the chairman's lounge is, the very exclusive lounge. And they do the buildings on the side, which, I mean, they could use a bit of a touch up. I think it's just direct X-Plane 11 port that Fly Tampa did. You've got all the Jetstar stands out here. These were formerly Ansett stands, and now Qantas Link. And then you come over here, this is your Velocity, this is your Virgin Australia. And then I think Jetstar were kicked out. That's Virgin Australia. Okay, no. So Jetstar is the front over here. This is all your domestic. Yeah, Rex is the Saab. Got that. You got the Novotel. That's really weirdly built. This is a really important. That's like that. It's like police, I believe. But they overlook. That's a fire station, I should say. And because that's the access to the waterways of Sydney. And if you watch Sid's squad, he's either on this rock watching the runway, or he is here in this car park. Actually, he's on this elevator bit here. Or Sydney actually has a viewing deck here. There it is. That's actually the viewing area where you will normally see, if you see in Sydney the aircraft coming around the corner, that's right there. So that's your domestic terminal, and that's maintenance. This is where the Q400s and Rex 340s and Link 340s park. And then you've got your general aviation parking over here, and that's the DHL office, and that's really old. My father used to work there. Before my father flew, he was actually DHL at Sydney. Over here you got Jet Aviation Executive. So this is your general aviation, and then you got your Rex office right there. Coming over to the international terminal, and it is magnificent. And then many stands. And actually, so all branded, all use Sam. And then over here, oh yes, that's what Qantas tugs look like. And it's a shame that you can't get that. But if you come into the international terminal, this is actually really correct. So barbecue chicken and probably the most famous McDonald's in Australia. It's very different. But from here, you see the tower, but you see the port. So they've modelled the port, and they've also modelled the oil platforms out there. No worries, Bailey. You have a good one. I'm knackered as well, so I'll be going to bed very shortly. This is the bridges. So there is a highway that goes under the main highway that goes underneath. There you go, and that's where you'll see the A380s taxiing across. Now that we've done all that, oh, and also most importantly, another viewing angle. Here's the Ridges Hotel, and this is where a lot of people will either be inside doing camera work or they'll be up here doing camera work, like that. And now with this scenery sim, it comes with Sydney scenery, so it actually comes with Sydney City. I just can't set the INI files up. It's fucking killing me. So anyway, everyone, we're just going to get a replay in, and then I am probably going to go to bed. Actually, Sim, you use Orbex. Do you custom install it to that like folder, or do you, or like, how do you do it? Are we on the ground by this point? No, there's me taxiing. Because while it's got there, it just actually removes all the towers, which is not great. Actually, the light for the towers is there, but it's not showing. Yeah, so when you install the scenery, it actually comes with a city, so it's even cooler. Not a bad landing, I don't think. Actually, let me get that chucked up in the air. We'll do a external. But as this is Sydney, we'll have to do it from the real viewing platforms. So we've got ridges, or we can do the car park. So that's not a bad landing. Yeah, Sim. The ortho is a very obstructive, as in you just try to get all these things to work and it just doesn't. And then because it comes with a city, so It perfectly models the city. I've never been able to get those models for the city to work. I will get this viewing angle here. No, actually the viewing angle is over here a bit more. Yeah. So, because I get the view, here's the breach, and the reason I use this breach is because it's, well, it's dark. Actually, it's more this way. Thank you, Sim. That would actually be a massive help. I'm thinking of just deleting the ortho and just installing my custom ortho for it. Not a bad landing. We'll do one last go. And I get to call it a night. In a momento, let me get onto OBS. Doesn't COSP sound so good? Anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoyed today's stream. You know, a bit of a long one. Plenty of destinations and flying an awesome aircraft. Really hope you enjoyed the stream today. If you liked it, maybe give it a like. If you liked it so much, maybe subscribe. I'd love to thank all of you that were here today for the flights. The company was great. And it's great to have a conversation. Anyway, guys, I hope you have a good one. I'm Mitch. You can call me Taz, and thank you for watching. Ciao.